It's that city skylines, baby. You know what's weird is that on this map, which is obviously called Sunny Keys, when you do the sunny color correction, it's like worse. Like this is really bright, and then you go to this, which is apparently sunny, and for some reason this is darker. And then you get north, and then tropical, which I guess is kind of close to this. But I don't know. Anyway, I think maybe it's just the map color correction by default is tropical, and that's why. So yeah. So we're gonna build this from the start. This is how it goes. Let's see. Let's do this one. Yep. Um, okay. So yeah, this one is basically all I've done so far is all these highways were like split. I don't know if there's a place where they still are. I guess technically down here. So I'll see how this is split into like these separate lanes. All I did was change that to like a single highway. I believe it should be two-way highway, and then it splits again over here, which I can change at any point. But yeah, I think a highway, and then you transfer that into other roads, which is fine because I do want to build around this bay up here. But I believe the map faces like this. And my one complaint about this map was that all that stuff is on the outside, but I guess it's just going to be used as a highway entrance anyway. And then it comes in as a split, so I can't really mess with that. And then this is weird. And then I added bridges, or I guess I made these train lines into bridges so that they would flow over everything instead of go under, because I'm gonna do metro under, obviously. So this is a transfer station. This is metro to monorail to train. Okay, that sounds complicated, but it's really not. And then we got the monorail going across this way, and you have to go through the monorail menu, which is over here, and then you have to upgrade. So this is I believe it's 6 lane with monorail and trees, and then we can update the trees later too. But the weird part about this is even on these metro stations that are on the road, it takes a lane off. I've never really understood why. I guess this is just the size of them, and that's what they are. So, kind of losing a lane there, but that's what it is. And then so the monorail is just going from north to south, and then over to the transfer station, and then it ends. So I don't need a monorail like through the entire map. I just wanted it through this section, which is essentially still pretty far. Like this to there is really far, and then this to there is really far, and then that down there, and then back. Like over here, that's still pretty far. I know these are kind of close to each other, but it makes sense. Because this is like an active beach, and then this is like gonna be a midpoint, and then all my downtown city is gonna be in here. And so that's just how it's gonna be for those. And then yeah, so this is gonna transfer the train, and I'm not really building a train line, but there's a station up there too, just in case. And then this has a weird curve because that's the way that the road was by default, and I'm just going to leave it there because it's interesting. And then you get a lake here by this crazy cloverleaf midsection thing. So this is a cool map. Like there is a lot to do with it. And you can build like a whole waterfront thing down here too. So essentially, you could build like a downtown city here, but I kind of want to focus this. And I was wondering, it's a map, right? It's city skylines. What if I do two cities on one map? I've never really done that. Like two business center cities in one map. Like one over here on the waterfront, right? And then one over here. I kind of fuck with that idea, right? I think that's kind of a good idea. So what I need to do first, whenever starting a new map, so I'm gonna kind of go over this as I do like a million times for Sunny Keys and for any other map. So the best thing to do is to look for water flow, which is like little arrows, and I don't see much water flow. For clean water in, but since it's north, it's probably gonna be up here. So let's just take water in. And then we do a line, follow the major road. I'll go down like that. This will go over. This goes down. This goes out. I know I'm going to build there and there and there. I think I'm going to expand the land a little bit to get a cool building. But essentially, I want sewer, or I guess eco water treatment, down, like south. That way we're not flowing back up into the city. So I just need to have like a flow of water to clean water to sewage. And then make sure those are powered. Like so. Usually I do two. Two in, two out. Because it's probably going to be a big map and that just makes it easier. And that should auto-connect, but it's not going to. And there you go. Sewer in, or sorry, sewer out, clean water in. Said it backwards, but you know what I'm saying. And then the next thing we do is figure out the flow of traffic. So I think the majority of people are going to be coming down from here or coming up from here. So this right here probably needs to change. If this is going to be a highway, this probably needs to change. This probably needs to get upgraded. Two-way, four-lane is probably the way to go. Yeah, I just need to make that a little bit wider, dude. Because otherwise, traffic's gonna get backed up. And I think that's flowing out, right? So this is flowing in. That's going up. Is that what this one is? Two-lane. I don't know if I can upgrade the whole way through. I'm hoping I can. We're gonna try. Just building an extra lane for traffic. Mm-hmm. Just gotta widen some of these roads, that's all. And then this is weird, but it works. I needed a road above. We'll figure out a metro situation. later. But that does that. And then I know we can get stuff to the north of that too, then that's fine. But I think I need to start like here. So, you get to choose the roads if you're listening. This is road A, which is just grass. We can do trees. Or, I mean, I think I really want to push the biking. I really want to push, like, bicycles here. And I can never find, like, the regular 2-lane with bikes. There it is. I can never find this road. I want to push biking, which will alleviate some of the major traffic. So if you're listening, A, B, or C for the minor roads. You'd think bikes. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Because this is just going to let people... more bikes means less cars, essentially, in the long run. It's kind of the point of it. And I feel like this is, it's kind of, it's essentially the Florida Keys is what we're building. Mm-hmm. Do 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 do. And I'd love to build like a road like that, but part of my issue is I kind of want to space out. I don't think, maybe not. I was gonna say maybe I could put the hospital up there, but that's too far away from this. I think the hospital's gonna have to be down here somewhere. I mean, I can get multiple hospitals, it's not a big deal, but... and then I want to build, like, here. Like this. On this angle. So, like, you're coming down like this. So... I think we go at 60. And then we're just building roads, essentially. It cuts all the way through. I know these are kind of weird sometimes. So that's why I did that. This will connect there. We're just doing a basic grid for now. Doesn't need to be overcomplicated. Leave some space for buildings. This comes all the way down like that. And then this goes all the way down like that. And we can get an angle here to parallel with that train. Little curve never hurt anybody. These curved roads really shape everything. I feel like there could be unique buildings in here. That's the thing. We can always like redo the roads. This is just kind of, I call it the skeleton. Some people call it the backbone. Either way, the roads are what shape your city. And then when you add, like when we decide what unique buildings we want to do, which is kind of the next step, then you can reshape things around that. But it's easier for me to do it this way first. I know everybody has a different way of building, but this is the way I've always done it, and it always comes out looking like pretty incredible, so. Want to take it from there and go like that. Okay, let's get the Sunny Shoreline radio going. I don't know if this is copyright. There's no way to tell. See, I could see that being a different upgraded road too. So I'm gonna see. You know, we never really do the 4-lane that much. And this other 4-lane is kind of lit too. I do like the avenues. I know a lot of people don't. Especially these 4-lane with the buses. Is there not a... I mean, the 4-lane with the bikes is kind of... wider. Yeah, it's got a median. I don't like medians. Sidewalks with grass. Is that what's missing? Maybe that's what's missing. I knew something was missing. Yeah, because this adds tram tracks. It's like, what if I don't want tram tracks and a median? Just that skinny 4-lane road. It looks weird, but you know, what's my other option here? This? With the trees? That's an option, but all this is doing is adding trees to the side. Which makes it look way wider, you know? So that kind of takes space away. That's all that does. What about this road? What about this road? Is that what this road is? Oh, that's what this road is. Huh. I already have that then. Guess I already have this. Oh my gosh, come on. These middle, I guess, so these are kind of like middle transfer roads. But everything else will be those bike lanes. I do need these middle transfer roads. I don't have a choice. The game won't work otherwise. That's as good as I can get for that. And then we save. And then I have to check something real quick. Hold on. I just have to refresh something real quick on my other screen, sorry. Okay. I'm good. So those transport things are done. And that's essentially the backbone of this part. And then we're just going to take these water lines now and follow that. Bring this up. Connect here. All the way down. Get like a line through the middle. As long as there's no little gaps, we're good. It's very easy to get little gaps. We need water access for everybody. And this line, or this, I guess this road should have its own water line. That goes to there, this goes here. It's better to have them closer together than further apart. And then this major road to there. Make sure there's a connection here. Like so. There we are. Oop, okay, I needed that. Can't have gaps. And then, so this is a subway station down here that you can kind of see into. See, this is a subway station, but I just haven't done the subways yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. Be patient. Part of this game is patience, okay? People they're like, build a city. Is it done yet? It's like, whoa. Whoa, buddy. Patience is a virtue when it comes to city skylines. Okay, and then that goes like that, and that goes like that. Okay, so before I get like too far into things, there is something I wanted to do. I wanted to have a building like sticking out from this part. So I have to do this super early before before I add too many things, because it's probably going to create flooding, and flooding is not a problem that gets solved quickly. So I want to select like a unique building, or I was thinking maybe one of the big hotels, like one of these ones. But this doesn't really stick out. Like, it kind of does its own thing, right? It's a boat hotel. But then there's this. The spa resort, I've only used that like once. The ocean resort, these like stick out anyway. But like this one, have that one like out on its own little thing. Like further, you know what I mean? Kind of looks like it's floating. So yeah, I'm thinking like maybe a hotel. So that's option. This is like option A. I'm pretty keen on that idea. But let me just see if I have some other options up here. Because I think one of these things would be cool too. Like this museum would be cool. Because it's like ultra modern looking and kind of crazy, and then it becomes like not. You know? That's kind of crazy. If I get it like facing the right way, it kind of parallels with roads like that, which is weird. I feel like this is the front though. Museum of Immersive Social Experiences. Excuse me? So that's an option. And then these are all kind of crazy. I'm not feeling the brutalist vibes though. And then you've got mountain villages. But I don't know, what did they add for like the seaside things on here? Did they add anything that was seaside? I guess these resorts, but these are very like colonial. They're not ultra modern. Like they're nice, but they're not crazy. I want one that's crazy. You know what I mean? I mean, I can add these to the map, but I'm kind of thinking like an ultra modern building, like down, sticking out. A semiconductor plant. I feel like I always go towards one of these things too. The Theater of Wonders is always a great one. The library is one I've done before. I guess it's just like what I'm feeling today, you know, feeling in the moment. And I'm feeling one of these two, maybe both. Maybe both. So what I want to do is take this and go up. And I can try to get this quay. Where is it? See how there's a quay here? Or a rock wall that's acting like a quay? I can replace all that with a quay, by the way. I'm thinking maybe I could add a quay down here. At least around this side, because I think we're going to expand the building stuff down here and have like people that live on these separate islands, which is going to be really cool later on. So I just want to try to push it out a little bit. Like that. And I know it's going to cause flooding. I know it's gonna upset the game. And I know it looks weird, but it makes perfect sense, because the map is facing this way. So if I get that right there, it's gonna stick out like a sore thumb, which is kind of the point. I want people to, like, be attracted to it. Even an arena there would be kind of sick, dude. An arena right there, or like an arena down here in the middle of that. And that's what this is just an arena point. Oh, we have so many options, guys. So many options. Where's your road? Why does it do that? It like puffs up. You see that? I hate that. Six lane with trees and bikes. Down the middle. What the hell? Can you not do both? This game really. Really hates everything, doesn't it? We're taking the bike lanes off the major roads. If we're using them, uh-oh. Uh-oh. She ended. Sorry, my friend was at the aquarium and she ended her live. Since we're doing bike lanes on the smaller roads, you're just gonna have to get over it. You know? We're encouraging biking everywhere else. Underdog is helping the environment. Sure. We could pretend that's what's happening. I feel like everything's gonna be perfect squares except for that part right there. And then this could become a highway. I'm not sure. But I need a major road down here. And I think I need a major road here. This is gonna be so sick if I pull this off. And we can get little bridges in between. For sure. Like I said, I'm gonna reach down here, guys. Like out to this point, even. This is a pretty big map. So we're gonna be here for a while on this one. Small 4-lane. Alright, you ready? Here we go. Now, you may be asking yourself, Underdog, you put so much space around it. I know. I did that on purpose. Now, listen. There's a few things we can do. We can try to get a transit station here. Like a subway. Or try to squeeze the train down through the middle of everything. Because we should have train options. There's got to be one that allows me to transfer train I guess this is the option, yeah. That was it down there. I was just thinking Metro to something else, maybe. But the only thing Metros really like to connect with is buses, and I don't even know. Are we doing buses too? I guess we have to, right? I just feel like the most amount of people in the game is from trains. Trains get people from outside the map to the city. So there should be a train line here. That's all I'm saying. So I'm thinking maybe this should go down there, but I don't really need the metro, or sorry, I don't need the monorail. I'm trying to think what my options are. I can do train, okay, so this is train to Metro Hub, but this is like ground level, okay? This is train, we need train, Metro Monorail Train Hub. How's this different than this? This one just comes with a road. Is that the difference? Metro Train Monorail Tram. That's crazy. I don't think there's an above ground like metro to train. If there is, it's weird. Bus train tram hub, multi-level metro. So this just transfers ground metro to above metro. I think this is my only option. This right here. I think this is my only option. Which means, like, I would have to move the road. And I don't even know if you can, like, put buildings on the side of that. Because I think that's what it is, right? So it's not like I can put the thing on the side of that. It's just not giving me the option I want. I'm feeling like it's gonna have to just be a separate train thing like this. And then if they want transfers, we'll have to figure it out somewhere else. It does feel like it's kind of out of nowhere, though. To get across the monorail, son of a bitch. This is literally cutting my map in half. Just to get people down there. Unless I move this to the middle. You know what I mean? Like, this can go, like, here. And be less weird. That's always an option. Maybe that's what I should do. What about that? What about there instead? And it goes along the beach. Oh, wait a minute. Instead of through the city? It still has to go over the monorail here. That's still a thing. Unless we cross the road. Like that. It's definitely better to That's gonna look horrible. Alright, that looks better that way. It's still weird. But at least it's getting people down in this area. And if they need to go from there, they can. The problem is it doesn't really connect with any of this. This is the best option, like, it really is. It just doesn't look as cool. It just saves the most amount of space. And I mean, it doesn't stick to the road either. But that literally is the best option. That's the sad part, is this is the best option. It saves the most amount of space, it does everything I want it to do. That kind of screws up that whole train line, but we're all down for my OCD being happy. Gotta make my brain happy, okay? Now, where is that monorail when you need it? The monorail still is ending at this point. Okay. Kind of a sharp angle thing. But it still works. And then the train. One of these is monorail, one of these is train. I don't remember which is which. I think, wait, no, the monorail's up on underground for this one. Or I'm saying the wrong words. The metro line is underground. The train, however, is not. The train is above. Am I saying the right words now? I feel like I had my brain farted. Okay, so there you go. I don't know why it gives me a hard time, like, trying to connect here, dude. Yeah, it's still organized. It still works. And then we can still do the bus thing. Wherever that was. Bus Metro Hub. We can still do that. It should allow... Does this allow intercity buses, though? I thought there was an intercity... Metro intercity bus hub. Yeah, we don't really need regular bus hubs, I don't think. Because we could just do stops and lines and shit. Okay. Do we now? I guess the question is, do I try to put the metro, or God, I don't know what's going on with me today. I'm so sorry. Do I try to put the quay on the edge of this? Because I think I already screwed it up with the way that the sand is here. Let's see, where's my quay line? Yeah, see, I lost my quay. That's the problem. I lost my quay. It's like the only way I can get it back is by pushing the land out. That's why I said this is gonna be a little bit of work here. Come on. A little bit more. Come on. Yes. Okay, we got it. That's all I need. That's it. That's the end of that. And then I can adjust this road. I just needed the quay. The quay is going to be harder to build than anything else. Smooth this out. Let's see, where's this road? Skinny 4-lane. Take that out. This just needs to connect here. Oh gosh. Alright. Hey! Oh my gosh, we did it. Okay, so there's still some, like, minor glitches on the game. I have never been on a train. Or on any of them. On any of what? On a monorail? I don't think I've been on a monorail. Unless, like, maybe at Tampa Airport. I guess technically that counts. And I guess Disney World, that the People Mover counts as a monorail. A monorail is still a type of train, just faster. Not necessarily. Usually monorails are slower than trains. A monorail is this. Like this steel line. Monorails are like above ground. And for short... Monorails are for getting people from one place to another, back and forth, over a short distance. Trains, in terms of the way this game works, are for getting a lot of people from one far distance to another faster. You've never been on anything on a track? Well, I use the subway all the time in Boston, so... Which is kind of like a train, but underground. Alright, well, we did that. And then we have to click this. So this allows intercity buses which come from outside the map, and they go to there. And then that should be a metro station there too. Like underground. So see these dark lines? See this dark line? That's the underground tunnel. We'll worry about the metro later. What we need to worry about now is... where the heck are people gonna live? I wish I could copy a road. There we go. Now we're going down this way. get this train line back. This shouldn't have taken me an hour to figure this out, but here we are. It's just how it goes sometimes. Where is people gonna live? Here? Because this is gonna create a lot of noise. Here? In the middle? All that up there? Or down here? And that's what this is. This is where people live. I've just always had a car. I feel like you don't understand how some cities work. Nobody in New York City owns a car. There's a reason. You know what I mean? I guess it depends on where you live and work, whether you really need a car or not. That's why we added bike lanes to this map. So, let's go. Sunny City, baby. There you are. There's Sunny City. If you lived here, where would you want? Oh gosh, what the hell just happened? If you lived here, where would you want the hospital to be? Because I think that's the first thing we always do. We always decide where the hospital's gonna be. And do we want this hospital? We got some choices. Hold on. Let me just bring it on here so you can see it clearly. Okay, so that's option A. That's option B. I'm thinking this one because it's crazy looking. But I don't know what the capacity of this is by default. 2,500? That's even more! Wait, that's even more! What the fuck? That's way more than the high capacity. 2,500? Holy crap. Okay, the choice has been made. And it wastes less space, too. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so I know, game, I know. Please let me do this, though. Please. Please? It'll let me do it on this side. I was trying to get a road right, like here. It just won't. It's very particular about certain things. It just won't snap to there. And I don't understand why. Maybe that's what I have to do. I just have to do custom style shit. What? Say what? Holy. I can't believe that's gonna work. I mean, there's space there for a unique building though. Like if for some reason that doesn't work. Oof! I'm missing out on so many things, dude. I have so many fucking notifications. I just want to build my city in peace, please. Did you want it to be environmentally friendly, though? You said I was saving the environment. I don't know if that's the most modern look. I guess technically it is. Green cities. I guess technically that's the most modern look I could do. Let me do something real quick. And you're like, why did you do that? This is why. Okay, well, it didn't even work. Okay, so we gotta, now that we're doing, like, actual shit, and yes, this will flood, and I knew it would, and I told you it would, I'm just planning it out. Okay, so all this is gonna be, like, skyscrapers, but now we need to let the flood happen. Actually let the game flood itself. In the meantime, since we're getting into this, tax up by 10%. 10% for offices, too. And then roads, nothing. We're not adding tolls or anything. Power, it's a big map, so 115. Power and water 115. Garbage I always put like really high. We'll do 130. Healthcare, we'll do like 110. 110 on emergency utilities. That seems fair. Education I always do high, so 130 there. Parks, 110. Unique buildings for this map, we'll go 120. 130. 120? 120. Industry. We're probably gonna do fishing later on, if anything, on this map, because there's so much water. And all this is just farms and oil. But yeah, there's a lot of fishing options. There's a glitch on the tab. I can't see what the colors mean. It's okay, we can just do generic fishing, it's fine. I also realized we need to add a canal. How deep is that, dude? Yeah, there's some, like, visual issues lately in this game. Like, see, all this is missing? Like, these are all blank. The radio thing was blank before. Like, I don't know. This is blank up here. I don't know what is going on with cities lately. And they updated it. It's like, that one DLC thing broke so much other shit. And it's kind of weird. I don't really understand how they broke everything. And yeah, I realized I needed boats to come through there too. Okay, the flooding's not that bad. It is raining, that doesn't help. Anyway, back to the economy. Buses, I'm not gonna like push them, but they're there. Trolleys, we're not using trams, we're not using metro. We can push that to 110 because you won't see it anyway. Train. This is just the amount of trains that we're gonna get, so I mean we're not pushing trains either. Ships and ferries, we'll do 110 because it's a water map. Airport, we haven't decided if I'm doing an airport yet. Monorail, we'll push that to 110 just because we're using it. Taxis, probably not. Tours, probably not. Post office, I'm gonna get this like let's do 120 push on that. Okay, and then okay. Let me try this again. Boop. 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 I know, we might have to adjust some things here. There's not a lot of space to joke around with, so... At least not in this clustered area. We just fill these with dark green. And this is how we get apartment buildings. And people moving into the city. And I'm assuming this creates noise. I'm just gonna assume, based on everything I know about how this game works. Oh yeah, that creates a lot of noise. There's noise there, there's noise here. That's why this hospital is important. Power is gonna be an issue on this map too, because the only real option we have is the ocean. And ocean thermal is... I am busy! What? Holy shit. Jesus Christ, dude. My phone is dead. Okay, well, you should have charged it. How's that my issue? Like yelling at me across the house, dude. Like, shut the fuck up. Don't care. This is the only place where this works. Because I need the road to connect to this thing, and then this will drive power. It's not going to be a lot of power, but at least it's something. 552 versus 640. So yeah, that's still a lot. Might not be enough for the whole map, but it's still a lot. What if we put the power right there? Or right in the middle, you know? I could definitely squeeze this in somewhere. Look at that. Yeah? power right in the middle of the map, dude. That's actually not the worst spot for it. Like, a lot of people are gonna think that's weird, but realistically, that's not the worst spot for it. Because it spreads power to the beach. And then I could just take these lines and go down the beach this way. Isn't it also good by the water? Well, no, that's what this one is for, is water. It doesn't matter. The nuclear one can be anywhere, but it is near water anyway. But yeah. Well, I know I need a parking lot, but... I mean, I need a parking lot for everything here. You want me to, I kind of want to use these paid ones even though they don't work. I wish they did. I wish you could charge people for these. Yeah, that's for like station parking. So I guess that's different. Than these. But you should have to pay for parking everywhere in the city. That's just how it should be. How did I lose my water lines? Could you hear her? Like, holy shit, dude. Unaware of her surroundings. It's nuts. That's what I have to deal with every day. Jeez. It's like screaming, like top of her lungs screaming, my phone's dead! Okay, what am I supposed to do about it? Plug it in. Hello? Maybe if you weren't using it all morning, it wouldn't be. Why do I have to know that? Like, how, in what world does that affect me? Very strange. Very strange. Well, I just got this. Shut up. Dude, that crazy recruiter guy was in Steph's chat today, and I was like, no thanks, bye. And he even was like, I'm not even trying to recruit. I was like, bro, fuck out of here. Get the fuck. Poor girl. She doesn't even know. Crazy people on in this planet. There's some crazy people in this planet. Well, I can't put that there, but I gotta put it somewhere else. I could put it down here. That works. I don't know if that's the best place for it, but... Like, what about right there, though? That's kind of cool. Takes up that spot in the corner. That's kind of sick, right? Try to get left alone for 10 seconds. Can't be done. What time is it? It's like almost 1 o'clock. Or it is 1 o'clock. One of the three. Alright, so we got that to that, that to that, that to that, that to that. And then we need to decide, so this major city center area, this is like the point of everything, right? So, in my mind, this is where the skyscrapers and shit are. Also. Like, skyscrapers and shit all down here, right? Like, the crazy ones, like the crazy tall ones are all gonna be right here. So... what we need to do is go through IT cluster, okay. IT cluster. And then nothing for that, nothing for that. Unless we want to do hotels. Like the tall hotels are all going to be in there. But I think we could do a separate hotel district somewhere in the map. So maybe not. And then we need one. This one's so pointy. Like, look at that. Look how pointy it is. It's also, dude, it's the straight Avengers Tower. Like, what is this part for? It's blurry up there. I can't even see. Why does it get blurry when you zoom into it? Why is it blurry up here? Look how tall that shit is. Like, compare it to one of these skyscrapers. Hold on. And these are like the tall ones in the game. Like, look at that. It's way taller than that. Let's see, this one's crazy tall too. It's even taller than that one! Hold on, is it taller than this? It's taller than that. Is it taller than this? It is! Wait, is this like the new tallest one in the game? There's no way, dude. This might be the new tallest one in the game then. I didn't realize it was that crazy tall. It's making the other ones look pathetic. Hold on, where's the, bullshit! It's taller than this? This is supposed to be the Empire State Building, and it's even taller than that. Holy crap. I think this is the new tallest skyscraper in the game. Dude, it's taller than the Needle. It's taller than the Needle. Holy. What the fuck? Is it too tall, though? Is it too tall? I mean, we wanted something to stand out, but like the tallest thing in the game? I feel like that stands out too much. That's better. Well, that way we can get multiple skyscrapers. Because I was thinking we could get a few down here. Maybe one, like, on the edge, like that. I know some of these buildings are gonna come out crazy too. I mean, one on the major road. Like there. Like that. They just don't feel like modern enough, though. Like, I like the look of it, but... I'd rather get, like, a crazy modern one. Okay. And then this could be the hotel district up here? Maybe? Where's this road? Go up. We go up. Well, a boat's gotta get through there somehow, bro. That's, that looks horrible. How is it so bad? Megan, are you still here? Hello? Hello? You just haven't said anything in forever. I get worried about you. There we go. Underdog kind of has to pee. Alright, we got a bridge. Wait till you see this idea that I got. Where's the highway thing? Check this out. That looks terrible, thank you. Alright, so we just need like a little highway bridge from here to there. I mean, that's what the keys are. They're just little pieces of land connected by nothing but like little highways. So that to there makes sense for me. And then we can even get another one like crossing here. But I definitely want an arena like inside of that part, which is going to be sick looking in the end. Let's turn this down. And then I know garbage has to be down here somewhere too. But I have to pee so bad. I'll be right back. the game wants me to do like hotels and shit. We'll figure that out, but I don't know where. Maybe here? Not really sure. Cause I gotta use this spot too. What a crazy looking thing. Look at that. That looks wild, right? I don't hate it though. I mean, I can do my own hotels. I don't necessarily, and I can do the seaside resort things. I don't necessarily have to do all the light blue, like tall ones, but if I get a small little hotel district, that would be good. Especially down here, I think that would do a lot for me. I mean, especially if I got like all of them on the beach, like, yeah, like that. Okay, we're just gonna call it Hotel District for now, so I know what it is. And then you go to the blue, and you pick Tourism, and you select that, and then you take this, and you select Dark Blue. I usually do Light Blue, but today we're going Dark Blue. And I think I'm including all this road too. Because there's different types of commercial in the game, and hotels are the one that's going to help me the most here. And I thought one of these was a hotel thing up here. Hold on. Yeah, that is the hotel tower. So, yeah, we also have this. Right on the edge there. Luxury Wave Hotel. I want to save some of these for somewhere else. I feel a skyscraper like right in the middle is gonna do a lot for me too. Like I want to save some skyscrapers and just let this do its own thing. But I want to see seaside resort options. Right in the middle there. That would be a good place for that one. I like that the water decides to flood right there. That's cute. Okay, so those will be hotels. And I think right here could be like a park or something. That'd be cool. We can do custom parks anywhere, but I feel like just a big park, right? Like that. Just to waste some space. There we go. Police in the corner? I gotta put something in this corner. Something's gotta go in this corner. It is the keys. We'll get the police supercars. And I will have I think we should do another racetrack just because on this map. And I don't know where that racetrack's gonna be. I have no clue, dude. No idea. Maybe it's up here. Maybe it's in this. Maybe it's in this. All this space. Maybe it's. Maybe I could squeeze it in there. I don't know. I feel like an arena needs to be there though. Maybe it's down here and it's just another one of those big long tracks. Maybe it's on this island. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I haven't planned that out yet. Don't worry, I'll get rid of those power lines soon enough. Okay. Ow. I haven't even done all the things yet. Jeez, dude. Power, water, smoke. Recycling, I guess. Power. Yeah, power, water, smoke. Recycling. Parks, education. Recycle plastic. That's more for the centers. Slightly reduced garbage. Slightly reduced tax income. So I make less money. Free Wi-Fi. We're in the future. Tax raise. High tech. I want it to be modern. Boost connections? Just here. Maybe not map-wide, but definitely right there. And definitely for that one, too. Which means I probably need to expand this district just to there. Okay, so that's Sunny City districts. Now, for the hotel district, I can't change any of that because it'll disrupt everything else. Power, water, smoke, recycling. I don't know where the recycling centers are gonna go yet. We do need to plan that out soon, though. Tax raise for high density. Big business. I think that's it for that. I guess technically it needs to be up here too. Hold on, I got a plan. Like this is part of this problem is that this is so far away. Like, there's no way to argue the fact that this shit is far away from that shit. Her life keeps ending, and I don't know if it's her connection or not. I can't help her. I'm so busy right now. I can't help you guys. If your phones are having problems, that's... You gotta figure that out. I can't solve all your problems. I'm here to help you, but... some things you gotta do yourself. Anyway. So I have to redo the trees before I forget. And we were using the Lala palms, which are the shorter version of the California palms. I understand that. It's very confusing, but that's how it is. Okay, so we got all these. We got that. This goes through to here. Yes. Yes. That goes to there. This goes down here. It goes all the way down. This goes over. This goes over. This goes down. This goes all the way down to wherever. We haven't decided where that's going yet. This goes towards like an arena of some sort. Haven't chosen the arena yet. This goes all the way to another part of the map. Haven't decided all that stuff yet. Okay. East Key City. East Key City. Hotel District. All connected. Now, we do need, before I get too far into everything else, I do need to have, like, the dumps and recycling centers built. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Now, if I put it up here, it's so far away from everything else. But if I put it in the middle of everything, it's going to freak out too. Which is why we're probably going to have to get filtering on either way. Garbage incinerator. Yeah, but you don't have the eco-friendly incinerator. You still have to have a dump at some point, though. Like, you don't really have a choice in this game. Kinda have to. Like, if I put this down here, the game's gonna be mad at me. Does this take up more space or less space? This takes up more space. Look at it though, it looks cool. And eco-friendly emits less pollution. Check that out. I guess I thought there was more space here than there is. Because that's so far away from that. This is what stinks about doing this on this map. This is so far away from that. And I know this is gonna create so many problems, dude. I already know. But I don't have a choice. It has to be done. We'll just have to, you know, get water treatments. That's all we can do, really. Water treatment. I was gonna put it down there, but that's like, I think that's too far away. Okay, well, garbage dump. There's 2. I know we have this incinerator thing. Kind of gets rid of the need for the other one. But I kind of, part of me wants to know. What happens if I do that? Now, I don't know if I can get the train to go over that. We'll see. Maybe. Because we need to like filter this water. I don't have a choice. Kind of have to do that. Just a matter of where I'm putting this. I guess I could put it right there. Two dumps there, 2 dumps there, that's there. So I don't really need that. But it does fit there perfectly, doesn't it? Nothing wrong with extra shit. Here we go. Whoop. Whoop. Let's take this. Go like that. No, I have not chosen where there's gonna be a harbor. In fact, I might put the harbor on this side, but I don't know if there's like a preset one somewhere. Nope, it's on this side. Alright, well, harbor's going to the east instead of the west. But I think it should go up here. Or maybe right to the middle. Or to this end. That works. Oh, hey! Yeah, there's this, like, I don't know what that is, but... You know, I guess I could get rid of it and turn it into something else. Is that actually working? It's, like, floating in the water. I've never seen a building do that, like, perfectly like that before. Now, if only that could work for me. Yeah, I think this, like, here is fine. Or maybe it should go on the corner. I do think this needs to go, though. As cool as that was, that can go. Yeah, it's like this weird trench, and they're cool. I'm just taking it apart. Usually I don't, but definitely edge shape. I'll give it that. I don't think it's necessary here. I'll leave those. That looks fine. But then up here, do 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 do. Quick little save there too. Alright. Now just getting that powered. I think there's probably gonna need to be separate power lines. I can figure that out later. Hotel district. Let's see. Where is recycle plastic? Yeah, the harbor can be away from the main city. I think that's okay. There's still access to the map that way, and they can transfer from to there to the highway, which is really what it's for anyway. Might as well use up the space on the map, you know what I mean? Don't need to cluster everything all in one spot. I do want something like there, though. Just a good spot for the post office. EKC, East Key City Post Office. Right, and then power, water, check. Garbage, for now, it's okay. Let's go over these real quick before I forget. Large, 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 and in charge. Large, large, large. Okay. An ambulance can be the regular one. What's this? Child care. This is a population boost, essentially. Now, that in the corner? Or that down here? What about that, like, boom, down there? Okay. That boosts population, by the way, if anyone's curious to what that actually does. And then cemetery. This could go up here. Do. Well, I know you got these brutalist things. Let's do fancy. Got luxury. Well, what the heck? Balloons. I could do helicopters in this map. Could. There might be space for it. Or blimps. But I feel like I never get to do helicopters, really. They do take up a lot of space. Maybe just some, like, basic, like, not everywhere, but just some in some spots. 'Cause the helicopters... from, like, up top. And one for the harbor? One for there. One right there. One for the middle. And then one for that. Could add more. God dang, lady. Okay. I don't like to add metro stops until I know what else is going on, but I guess for like the major ones, I can plan those out. Medical clinic. Does it say, what is this? Patient capacity 150. So these are actually more patients than the other ones. There's basketball. Replace that with tennis real quick. And then I can do my own, yeah, since that's part of the hotels thing. Get a special hotel. I mean, since that's already in the hotel district, we might as well, right? Yeah. Yeah, that works. I mean, this is a hotel too. I mean, that's the funny thing about it is I'm like, this is the hotel district, but also those are technically hotels. It's literally what they are. Metro. Okay, so we have these, which are like Japanese. But we also, there's like these brutalist ones that are crazy looking, dude. That like hide everywhere. So I kind of want to use those for the most part. Oh, yes. Isn't that incredible? I have a plan. Hold on. Okay. Nobody will notice. There's got a little metro down there. Okay. And then that's to that, and then that to there. And definitely one on the corner. And then that, I mean, that has one. That has one. There's got to be one up here. Probably facing this way. probably one near the... You would think near the train would be good. I'm just getting ideas. I'm just saying. I think this is going to be a lot of work for this map. And I'm not mad. Not mad about it. I'm just saying, I think it's going to be a lot of work. Where's those other stations? Maybe I should put these parking lots near there. Follow that train line. Yep. Wait, what was out of water? Oh, this. Well, the good news is we got these Brutus UFO things. How do you not want this in your map? All you gotta do is get power to it. What does this look like at night? Does it look like a UFO? Kinda does. I know there was reports of a UFO and it just turned out to be a water tower like that. Which is really funny. There's a UFO! No, bro, it's just a water tower, you're good. I mean, I was thinking maybe I'll expand this up. Bring this up. Expand this to like here. Maybe. I mean, that's a huge district if so. But at the same time, it kind of makes sense. Because what else was I gonna do other than different styles of shopping buildings? And I can still do that. I can still make this like commercial, or I can change the style to modern city center. Just for dark blue. But like for green, I mean, we got all these options. I'm just saying. I just don't want them all complaining about the noise from the transfer stations and the transport hubs and all that. Because these things create a lot of noise, and then that makes people mad and sick, and I don't want to do all that. Forgot the most important part, Underdog. I mean, even if there's not a recycling center in there, I'll put that on. Taking the bicycles off here. Look, it's like, even this symbol's freaking out, dude. The game is whacked. The game is whacked out. There's not much I can do about it either. Alright, hospital, check. Police, check. Fire department. Now, I know there's different styles of this. I just want to be sure. Okay, so this is 100. This is 80. And then this is large fire trucks. Once I figure out something to go right on the corner, I'll get there. I want something special right on the corner. My baseball! Wait, hold on. Yeah, but that's a basketball court. I don't know if that's what I was looking for. It's almost like the opposite of what I'm looking for. Where the hell? It's right here. But I guess not. Not anymore, it's not. There we go. Okay. Yeah, these don't work like that. Okay, take this off. We don't need that. We'll get the marina though. We just need roads that are closer to the water, bro. Fishing tours. I don't know if this actually spawns boats. I just think it's a thing there. Okay. That works, I guess. Unless I can find something really cool for the corner piece. The headquarters of game distribution. What else can I use on that corner? Local register. to office. I mean, one right on the corner. Come on. How do you not? Especially like a little sea-bound tower. Or something. Do. I guess that takes up more space than I thought it did. I mean, if I got that in the corner, but it doesn't want to go over the, it doesn't want to cut through that, which is bullshit. Even though it should be able to cut through that, and it's not. Yeah, I'm calling baloney on that one. I mean, that's too fancy, bro. They can give me more modern ones. Well. Well, I don't see space for any of these things here. Unless I squeeze that one there. I guess that does work. That's a library. If anybody's curious what the hell is going on? Kind of looks like a boat. Is that why I guess it looks good up there in the corner? You wait till the second I need offices, then I'll get some crazy skyscrapers. The game's just not pushing for it, which is whatever. Alright, so we did firefighters. Get another small one down here. Regular fire trucks. trucks, fire trucks. Alright, so there you go. There's your fire trucks. Done. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I did not boost trains because there's only going to be one train line. Yeah. And that's it. That's the train line's done. Twitch is like spamming me with money, but not like the good kind, like the scam kind. What the hell? Alright, so I know I want an arena in here. But which arena do we want? Got a different type of office building there. Which arena do we want? I'm thinking baseball, man. That one's not that big. Medium. Aero Park, the big one? Which way do we want it to face, though? What does it look like here? So okay, so the road connects that way, and then it faces that way. So we kind of want the road to connect on this side. The hell are you? Oh, garbage truck. Okay. Hold on. I have a crazy idea. Absolutely crazy idea. What if I do both? What if I do the baseball stadium in the middle and then have a racetrack around it? How fucking sick would that be? How actually sick would that be? That'd be so sick, right? How sick would that be? The only problem is you can't really go over or under regular roads. I wish you could have different sized roads, dude. Oh my god. Like, some of these racetracks are too thick. No! Did I fix it? I think I did. Don't be doing weird glitches. I really, really want to cut back and go like that. There's literally no reason to do that, though. Oh, I've got so many ideas. Hold on. Stand by the edge. Oh my god. I'm trying to get this as close as I can. Holy, I can't believe this is gonna work. This goes straight for like a block. Oh man. Don't worry. It will work. This might be the craziest thing I've ever done, and I'm kind of in love with it. There's like literally no reason for it to turn back and go again. Like, I could make it such a simple track, but I think it looks way cooler if it's complicated. I could widen this part, but what's more important is like the roads going into it. So this turns into a highway. But I don't know if I can upgrade. I think I can. Okay, that turns into a highway there. But over here, it's not a highway. Over here, it's 4-lane. Alright, so figuring out the pit is a whole other problem. Can try to smooth that out. There's not a whole lot I can do. We can add some fencing, like, yeah, obviously details and stuff are gonna help. But damn, dude. I mean, it definitely stands out. I mean, you can't really tell what it is. It looks like a snake. The fact that there's a baseball arena in the middle of it. Yes, queen. At the beginning of this live, I was struggling with, like, words. Metro, train, all that good stuff. But now I don't know what is going on. What's up, Dan? Check this out. Because we have, yeah, train, metro, monorail, helicopter, and buses. And my brain was not functioning. Saying the wrong words. But now, we've got the city planned out. The hotel district is already working. We just have to fix this. Connect that back there. So what do we need? We just need to extend this, I think. What? What? Excuse me? Why was it facing the wrong way? Hey? There we go. I don't really know why the entrance and exits to these have to be a different style of road. I don't really... Does not support pit garages, but this does. Okay. But so do these buildings. I guess you could get stands on both sides too. Maybe that's the point. Are you really not gonna let me squeeze that there? Oh, come on. It should let me snap right there. I guess on the corner is fine. I'm not crazy about the way it looks, but... Here we go. Of course, we're gonna need a bridge to the other side. So, none of this matters. Fuck. I love it! We're having a good time. Is that the same? Like, this just adds another level up, doesn't it? That's all that does. You can't even snap these together. Okay. It's gonna give me a difficult time. Why would it be simple? Why, yeah, why would it? I'm gonna have to push this land out. Don't flood, don't flood, don't flood, don't flood. Like, you can get stands in other parts of the racetrack. I'm not worried about that, but like, this is usually where they go. Don't flood, don't flood, don't flood. Can I connect from there? Whew, that's a long path, but it might work. Well, that doesn't connect to the main road, does it? That connects to the fucking racetrack. I guess this doesn't need to connect there either. I want more stands, bro. Plus I need another pit garage now, I think. Imagine. Imagine if that worked. For some reason it won't let me snap anywhere else, so... Gonna have to find something that fits there, besides this. Because I know this does. These camera stands might be the best thing they've ever added in the game, by the way. Like, I know there's a lot of glitches with the latest expansion, but dude. Like, holy shit. Like, that's so sick. That's so sick. And I think there's one here by default, right? This one's for the top of the thing. Oh, and then there's one at the lower section too. Like, oh man, that's so sick, dude. That's so sick. Alright, well, we just have to... Hold on. Just have to turn that off real quick so nobody comes over here. We're not ready. We're not ready for the racetrack and the baseball stadium. We're not ready. Now, I don't remember... I know they need power, but I don't remember if they need water for the camera stands and shit. Don't remember. Just in case. Doesn't hurt me any. To add a few more water pipes. Doesn't hurt me one bit. Okay, so I guess this does double curb, this does single curb. I might need some of these double curbs on the corners. Unless you can pick which side you want. I don't think you can do that. We'll come back to this maybe tomorrow or another day, but I gotta go, guys. Thanks for watching. We played for about 3 hours. I just gotta run. Thanks for hanging out.